Hello, this is a quick video to show you how to configure your MCTRL-300 using your AV6 video panels along with your PC. The first thing you'll need to do is to make sure that you have the USB connected from one side going to your PC computer and the other going to the MCTRL-300. Once you've had that connected, then make sure you have your video connected, which is a DVI input into the processor. And out of your computer, you can use whether it's HDMI, VGA, or straight DVI, whatever it may be, just so as long as you could go DVI into the MCTRL-300. Now that you have everything connected, let's make sure that your PC settings are correct. What you'll need to do is anywhere on your main desktop, just right-click and click on Screen Resolution. At this time, I'd like to mention that the Nova software that we're going to be using is a PC-based and Windows software only, so you'll need to make sure that you're running Windows. So now you have your screen resolution window open. You're going to want to make sure that you have two displays. If you click on one, which is your laptop or computer screen, you'll see mobile PC display with your resolution setting. And most important, you'll want to make sure on multiple displays that you have extend these displays. When you click on 2, you'll see Mars display. You'll want to take note of the resolution that's set from your computer. At this time we have 1280 by 768. Once again, I have extend these displays. If any of these settings were changed, you'll want to make sure that you hit apply before exiting out of this screen. Since I've made no changes, I can go ahead and just click OK and exit this screen. Okay, so now you have your USB connection from your computer going to your MCTRL-300, as well as your video, which at this time we're using HDMI to DVI. So now we're all set. Let's go ahead and launch the Nova software. Once the Nova software has launched, the most important thing you'll need to do is to log in. So if you just click over User, you'll see Advanced Login. And the login right out of the box is admin, ADMIN. Once you do that, just click Login, and you'll now be logged in. Please note, if you do not log in, any changes that you make will not be applied to your AV6 panels or the Nova software. And at this time, you can also look under User once again, and you could change password. So if I wanted to change the password, let's say if I was using this in a venue where I did not want others to make any changes, all I would need to do is type in the original password, which is admin, and at this time I'll make my new password ADJ. So I'll type it in once, then I'll type it in again to confirm and hit OK, and it will tell me that my change password has succeeded. Okay, so now we're logged in. Now what you'll want to do next is click on Screen Config. Once you do that, you'll see the communication port pop up, which is under this current operation COM3. All I need to do here is click Next. Once I've done that, you'll see the Screen Config COM3 screen pop up where there will be 3 tabs. Your first tab is your sending board, where you're going to see your resolution. So here I see 1280 by 768. You're going to want to make sure that this setting is identical to what you saw when you checked your screen resolution setting. So here I have 1280 by 768, so I'm okay here. There's no need to make any other changes on this screen. You'll see the second tab, which is Scan Board. The Scan Board screen is something that is already preset by the Nova software. Since the AV6 panels are Nova compatible, there are absolutely no changes that should be done on this screen here. Changing anything here might alter the way that you see your video on your AV6 panels, so you want to make sure that you don't do any changes here. The third tab is Screen Connection. Now this is where you're going to see everything as far as configuring your screens. Your location, you're going to want to make sure you have set to 0 by 0. Now for this, your location is determined by your secondary output, which starts in the upper left-hand corner. So if I were to move my X, let's say 100, if you can follow my arrow, your screen would start about here. If I moved my Y, which is up and down, my screen would start about here, determining which number I used. Your port index, you'll want to make sure that you have 1 selected, or if you have your output going out of 2, you'll want to make sure you have that connected. Right below that, you'll see scan board size, which is determining how many pixels are in each one of your AV6 panels. You have 96 pixels going across and 96 pixels going up and down. So for that reason, I have set 96 by 96. If I made any changes, I want to make sure I hit apply to port, which will apply to my port 1. Next here is where you're going to set your panels. This is all just based on however many panels you're using. So right out of the box, you might see a 1 by 1. Since we're using 3 panels by 2 down, I would just hit 3 and 2 each time I'm pushing enter. And now I have my configuration screens here that are ready to go. One thing to note when you're about to configure your panels is to make sure that you actually do your cable configuration as if you were seeing your screens from the front. It's very important that you do this to make sure that the line of cable that you have going with your Cat6 is correct. So if I was looking straight at my panels that you see right in front of me, I know that I started in this upper right hand panel. So all I need to do here is click, hold down the left button, and drag my mouse over to the left and down, which is exactly how I ran my Cat6 cables. Once I've done that, I'll do a quick check just to make sure that my location is at 0, 0. I have the correct number of panels, which is 3 by 2. My port index is correct, it's on 1. And my scan board size is correct, 96 by 96, which you'll also see here. And you'll see all your information on each panel. Sending number 1, port 1, 96 by 96. So once I've done this, if I wanted to check the screen that I've configured, what I would need to do is just click Send to HW, which is Send to Hardware. This information then will be sent to your screens, and you should see a clean display, just kind of how you see here. At the beginning, you might see 6 individual screens. Once you do this and you configured everything properly, you'll see one display just as you should. So now that all my changes have been done, and it looks like I'm ready to run video, all I need to do now is click Save, and it's going to save the information onto the MCTRL-300. And the beautiful thing at this time is you do not need to run this Nova software anymore. Once you've done this once, it is a set it and forget it type software, so you'll be good to go from there. Alright, so there you have it, configuring your MCTRL-300 with your AV6 panels. Now for any kind of visualization software such as Media Master Express, or for more information on the MCTRL-300, always make sure to check out adj.com. Thanks for watching.